So I converted my international license to New South Wales unrestricted full license. I'm laughing because the amount of cameras there is like, you people should just calm down. And she was so mean. I should go to a suburb that is very quiet. I want you to turn, look at the camera, look at the mirror, look at the side mirror, turn. Like, I'm driving like I had this obstacle in front of me, right? Do not have any expression. There's no smile, there's no frown. I was so nervous. I was like, maybe she just failed me away. Temporal driver's license. Yeah, I did not want to go through that. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cheche Okoye. If you are new and if you're a time subscriber, hi, welcome back. So today I'm going to do a story time on how I got my Australian driver's license. So I converted my international license to New South Wales unrestricted full license. I'll just tell you how I did it and how you can do it, plus like story time and the craziness that happened. Also, I promise you guys I'll be doing more sit down videos, so here we are. Basically when I came, usually if you're going to stay in Australia for more than 6 months, you should apply for like the Australian license, right? So different states have their own different like ways and like process, but I'm in New South Wales, so I'll just tell you the New South Wales process. But the first thing I did was to go online to the New South Wales website. I'll put a link in the description box. So I went online. There's like how to transfer your license. Actually, they use the word transfer. So I saw that and I went through that, and basically it's for me to, so they'll give you like a document, like a PDF document you have to like print out and fill in the form, right? And then they'll give you a list of proof of identification, so like your passport, your photo card, and I'll just put the link so you can get all the information. So that basically the link will tell you, will give you the link to the PDF form you have to print out, and will give you the proof of identification you need. And then I took all those things and I went to the New South Wales service office. So basically the first office I went to was interesting, but anyway, when I got there, I like met the lady at the counter. I was like, oh, I printed this out online and I'm here to register for my driver's license and I want to do the test, right? So there's 2 things you have to do if you are converting. You have to do the written test and the driving test. So basically that first office, I paid for my written test. They fixed the date for me. I went home, I came back, and also on that website there is also like free like ebook where you get to read all the rules and like what the test is going to be about. It has a lot of questions and I just had to like go back, read all those things. Oh, also I downloaded this app from Apple Store. It's like a driver's test, like pre-test, like a training per se, more like a pre-test, like what the exam is going to look like, right? And then the things to remember, the road rules and all that stuff. Very, very amazing app. I'm going to leave the link to that app, or at least the name of the app, in the description box. So my battery just died, which is so annoying. So I was just talking about the app. So I went back home and then I studied with the ebook, and then I also like did like the free test, like pre-testing with the app, just like get ready for the exam. On the exam date, I went there, told the woman, okay, I'm here for the exam, and then they'll put you like in this cubicle, right? I'm laughing because the amount of cameras there is like, you people should just calm down. What? Calm down. So they have like cameras everywhere and you're in this cubicle just by yourself without to like hold anything. I think you get a pen and a pencil and a paper. I can't remember. But yeah, you have to get the questions like 100%. Nothing less than 100%. But me now, I studied like my whole life depended on it, technically. And then after my test, I went back to the woman. I was like, oh, I'm done with my test. I want to book in for my driver's test. And then for the driving part, right? And then she's like, no, we have to give you an L. I was like, hold it. I don't want an L. Let me tell you something. With the L, right? When you get L, you have to drive for, I think, a year. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But it takes about like 2 to 3 years to finally get your unrestricted license, right? So you have to drive the L for a year plus and then get your first P, which is like the red P. And then you drive for like a year with the red P and then get the green P. And then drive again for a year and then get the unrestricted license. I'm like, no. So if you've driven in your country for more than 5 years, you can sort of like convert your license here. So I was like, no, this is my Nigerian license. I've driven. I need to convert to the full license. I don't want to get an L. And she was so mean. She was so mean. I almost cried that day. She was so mean. She's like, no, she has to give me an L. I have to pay for an L. And I was like, you know what? Fine. Just put it in the system that I've done my written test, and I'll come back. I just left, basically. And I got back home. I sort of like forgot about the whole driving thing. But I think he has like a deadline after you write the test to actually do the driving test, right? So I went to work one day. I was just discussing with like my colleagues. I was like, look at the situation. And they were like, go to a different New South Wales service office and speak to another person. I was like, good idea, right? So I went to a different New South Wales office. I spoke to the lady there. I was like, I've written my test, and I want to book in for my driver's test. And she was like, okay, that's amazing. I can help you with that. I was like, okay. So she helped me. She was like, where do you want? So basically, when I was talking to my colleagues, they were like, I should go to a suburb that is very quiet. So like the tips are, go to a suburb that is not too busy. I live in Western Sydney. It is crazy here. I can't do my driver's test here. It's insane. So they're like, go to a suburb that is like a bit far, like not regional, but like chilled suburb, and then choose like the times that are less busy. So basically, there are school zones in Australia, which is like 8:30 to 9, I think. Those are busy times. The road is slow. Everything's like really sensitive at that point, right? And then there's the school zone after school, which is like around 2:30, right? So it's like, those are the time you should not even think about choosing. So the advice was to choose like in the middle, like around like 11, 12, 1. The road is like quiet. People are at work. Students are in school. The road is very chilled. And if it's like in a very quiet suburb, amazing, basically. I chose the suburb that they recommended. I can't remember the name, but just do your research. And then I told the lady, I want to do it in this suburb. Is there any dates in this suburb that is a bit closer? And she was like, no, that the date is like, next date there is like in a month's time. I was like, that's perfect. That's amazing. I can use the time to sort of like go there and see how the area looks like, right? So I booked in my driver's test. Amazing lady. She's like, so amazing. Thank you. So after I booked in the driver's test, I went to that suburb. And so the good thing is that in the New South Wales service offices, right, outside you get to see like different drivers, and they sort of like know the routes. Do you say routes or routes? I don't know. I say routes. They know the routes that the driver's test teachers are going to always take you through. So I went there. I met one of those guys, and I met like a very lovely elderly man. Like, he was so nice. So I was like, I'm coming here to do my driver's test in a month's time. I want to like practice and see what the place looks like and like what they're going to ask me and all that stuff. So we booked in like 3 sessions starting from that day and until my driving test day, right? And then he took me around the places that the teacher is going to take you, or the examiner, right? He took me around the places. There are important things that he said they will be looking out for. So basically, like how you turn. So you know how when you're driving, you turn like this? No, they want you to turn. Look at the car, look at the mirror, look at the side mirror, turn. Like, I'm driving like... It was so funny. And then they will teach you the 3-point turn. They'll teach you how to do reverse parking, how to do front parking. They just teach you every single thing you need to know that the examiner is looking out for during the test, right? And then he took me the exact route that the examiner is going to take me, which was like amazing. So like, it's a suburb I'm not used to, and that was like brilliant, right? So I did my 3 like practice tests with him. He taught me everything. I drove, he corrected me, and I paid for each session. Basically, I can't tell you how much it is. It's like a long time ago, maybe a long time ago, like 2 years ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, basically. But it's personal, like it's individualized, right? So I can't tell you this is the amount you pay the driver. So when you get to the New South Wales service office you want to do, you negotiate with your driver. And after like I did the whole testing, by the way, it's far from my house. That place was like an hour and 30 minutes drive, almost 2 hours, more than an hour and 30 minutes from. So you can imagine how far I went just to do my test. So hilarious. So basically on the exam day, I came, the driver, he was nice. It's not part of his job. He's just like a nice, like elderly man, I guess. And me, when I was sort of like new-ish, and I had this innocent face, so people always want to like help me, which is like Thank you, Jesus, because that helped me a lot. So he basically took me to the counter. He was like, oh, she wants to do her driver's test. I mean, I could have done that, but he was nice. He took me. She wants to do her also, oh, important note. He allowed me to use his car. So he was like down to use my car or down to use his car. And his car is sort of like smaller to be easy for me to do the 3-point turn, to be easy for me to do the reverse parking. And I've already driven with his car for the test, right? But I paid though. I paid. It's not free of charge. So I was like, that's brilliant. So I used his car. So we negotiated to basically use his car. I went to the counter, told the lady, oh, I'm here for my driver's test. And then they assigned me an examiner. And then the story began. Basically, we started driving exact route that I practiced with the band, right? We went there, we did the 3 points. Oh, they will even teach you how to do the whole traffic light thing. You know, when you're on the stop, if you're in front, what you're going to do when the light turns green, and then you have to look before you drive, or the spacing that you have to give another car in front of you. All those things. Just do the practice test. I mean, like, if you do it and you're like really like focus, it should be easy for you to do the actual driving test, right? So we did the whole thing, but then I didn't fail. I just lost the point. I lost the point because I had this obstacle in front of me. I had this obstacle in front of me, right? And it was like a one-way road, and it's straight line. It's not the braking line thing where you can. It's a straight line, and I'm seeing this like it's a plastic bottle water, and I'm seeing it, and I'm coming, and I was like, what do I do? Do I do like this? Will she say I broke the law, or do I just climb it? Hopefully, it won't make any sound. But I was like, I just climbed it. Do not do that. I climbed it, and let me tell you something with these examiners, right? They do not have any expression. There's no smile. There's no frown. They're not going to be like when you do something terrible. They won't be like when you do something nice. Their face is normal. She was normal. I climbed it. My heart was just beating like, oh my God, I think I messed up. But they were like, oh my God, but like, maybe I should have done, like, that was just a lot going on in my mind. Should I have dodged that? Should I, what? And I'm looking at her face, like, I'm trying to, like, see her from the corner of my eyes. And she's like, just there. Like, give me an emotion. Let me know what I'm doing in my life. For the most part of that test, after that whole obstacle thing, I was so nervous. I was like, maybe she just failed me away, or maybe she knows like, God, please don't do this to me. So when we finished, we went back to the service new software office there, right? And then she was like, I should wait. They're going to process it, and they will call me when it's ready. Oh my God, my heart was like beating. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to faint. So then she called me, and she was like, oh, you passed. And then she said I passed. She gave me like a temporal driver's license. She gave me the like my results, like the points and what she ticked. And then I went through. I saw that the one I failed was that obstacle thing. I was like, why didn't you just tell me? Why didn't you make your face like so like you know what is going on? Just but anyway, it was just one obstacle. It was just one point that I failed, which is like sad. But I passed, and she gave me the license, the temporary one. Then she sort of like gave me a letter that says that my international license has become invalid and I cannot be able to use it anymore. And then the main license letter came in the mail like about I would say like a week, right? So basically, when at the counter, she was like, do you want to do the 3 years, the 5 years, or the 10 years license? I was like, I'll just do the 5 years. I mean, different price for different year, right? 3 years doesn't really sound realistic because I don't want to go back here in 3 years. But 5 years was like, okay, right? So basically, I did the 5 years one. Again, I'll leave the link to the website. It has the prices. It has the proof of identity you need to bring. It also has like the PDF application form, and then it has the book for studying, right? So just click on the link. All the questions you have is going to be there. But if you can't find your question, leave it in the comment section. Don't leave it on my Instagram. Leave it in the comment section. Thank you. Anyway, so yeah, that's how I did my driver's license. But like, I just wanted to point out like something, right? If you go to do something and it's proving like difficult, right? I think it's like wise to sort of like take a step back and just like reflect and see if there's another option. Because if I followed that lady that was insisting I had to get an L, that's how now I would have had, maybe I would have been on my red P, then I would have done my green P, then I would have done my, yeah, I did not want to go through that. So I was just like reflecting on that, right? Like literally it's better to always like take a step back and just like evaluate things and analyze things and then go back or just basically change, you have the opportunity to go to another New South Wales office. It's not compulsory for you to like do it there. Because that first lady was so mean. She was so mean. Like from the time I entered inside that office, the day of my written exam, right? She was giving me attitude. Like, what did I do? I not do anything. I'm just a normal girl with my face. Like, is this face not supposed to make you like poppy face? I don't know. But she was so mean to me. She was so rude. It was really, really sad, honestly. Like, she was like, nah, I can't even like talk about it. Just like a lot of drama just because I don't want to, and it's insane. Like, it just crazy. So that's how I did my driver's license, and that's how you can do it. I know this is like this is more like a story time, but it's also like the process on how I got my license and the story as well. So yeah, this is like, because I know I've gotten so many questions in the comment section talking about like, how do you convert your license? How do I get my Australian license? This is the Australian New South Wales, because I know it's different for each state. So this is like the New South Wales license basically. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, okay? And let me know other questions you have in the comment section and I'll reply it as best as I can. But if you have like more in-depth questions, I'll leave the link, okay, to the website. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video again, and I'll see you guys in another video.